there are some spaces as a person of color, in particular, a person who is of a slave descendant in the United States, there are still spaces that we cannot go without fear. There's still spaces like that. When I was growing up here, we knew that there was a certain block that we could not go past when we were trying to leave. Like there's a city limit. Don't pass that space. And that was not based on experiences. That was taught to us from very early on. So you cannot go to certain spaces. So when we talk about then segregation, there's a kind of segregation that we embrace, you know, like when all of the people of color find each other in the cafeteria, or when we see strangers who are of color and we just give them the nod, right? You know, to say like, I see you. And, you know, so there's a kind of segregation that we embrace, but mostly the kind of segregation that we have in this country, it is based on hatred and extreme bias. And that cannot be loved. And so if we are trying to be humanists and come to a place of loving our humanity and loving each other, then we have to get rid of those intimidated spaces, get rid of those segregations. And very often those kinds of things are led by, present company excluded, white male toxicity. Very often. And Black people historically, slave descendants historically in the United States have been met with violence for the idea of noncompliance. You didn't have to necessarily be noncompliant, but if there was an idea of noncompliance, then your whole family was met with violence to reinforce whatever the silly rule was about staying in your space and maintaining the segregation. I didn't make that up. That's just the truth about our history. And so being a Black woman, being both a woman and Black, this gets multiplied in ways that cannot be loved. And so we are often fighting, in all of the different ways that we are fighting, just to exist. Like, can it be okay to exist in this space? And we got to think about place. We got to think about things
and to be in the ways that are based in love and make more space for them.
Correct. And this is why women cling to their sons a bit more, right? A bit more, because they it's hard to say, they are most likely to be stolen and broken. Those they need the most protection.